Alright, well hello there fellow NewbieDaveSMPers. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use the cow farm should you choose to that's near my base. And it's both the function, which is pretty simple, but more importantly just the etiquette as far as manners go and being considerate to everybody. Okay, so if you find the barn, you can kind of see the cows jumping up and down. It's inside the barn, so definitely come with 2 full stacks of wheat. If you don't have the wheat, I do have crops right here. Feel free to go ahead and harvest this wheat as long as you replant it when you're done. Alright, so we'll hop on in, and as long as the last person who was here was polite, you should find this thing full of adult cows. If there are baby cows in here, you just need to wait for them to grow up because the babies, as you know, don't drop anything. If there are no cows, that means the last person that was here was inconsiderate and didn't do what they should. Okay, so assuming there's some adult cows there, just come on down here, check out the chest. If the amount of beef and or leather you need is in here, just go ahead and free to take it and leave the cows. If there's either not enough in here for you or there's none in here and you need some, go ahead and harvest this round of adult cows. Again, if they're babies, wait till they grow up. To harvest them, you just hit that button and it dispenses some lava and it'll cook them, and the water they're in, the water stream, will continuously push them in there until it's all done. Now the reason this doesn't just stay on continuously is because sometimes when the babies come down, they're bouncing up and down, and if I just leave the lava there, the babies will die and not drop anything, and that doesn't help anybody. Alright, so we're just going to wait until a few minutes for these cows to turn into beef and leather. Okay, and all but one of the cows have very graciously dedicated their beef and leather to the cause. It's very common that there's one cow left at the end that outsmarts the system and stays there. Don't worry about it. Just leave him. He's all good. Okay, so once all the cows are done, okay, it's nighttime. I should sleep here. Okay, so once the cows are done, go ahead and turn the lava off. It's very important that you turn the lava off before we go up and do the next step. Now, at this point, you can go down and you can see that produced quite a bit more of beef and leather. We do get a few raw beefs in there, and that's because sometimes, even though the cows are in lava, at the moment that they die, they're not burning at that moment. They're just taking a little bit of crowding damage, and so in that case, if they die, they'll drop raw beef instead. All right, so now, to be polite, you're not done yet, right? Because hopefully when you came here, there was a bunch of cows there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the considerate thing, and we're going to prepare this for the next person. So we'll just kind of come up here on top, and we're going to feed these cows until we go through 2 full stacks. Now, the thing about this is, first off, the cows like to accumulate in the corners, so you'll find a lot there. You'll see them kind of spreading out as you start to feed them, but you'll get a lot of them in the corners. Now, the cooldown period for feeding cows, I believe, is only 1 minute. So by the time you've finished feeding them the 2 stacks, for some of them, the minute is going to have passed, and they can start eating again. So that's why I say you'll know you're done feeding them when you did 2 stacks, because you really could end up just standing up here feeding them indefinitely. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep feeding them until I go through these 2 stacks of hay. Okay, so we're just about done feeding them. Just a couple of pieces left, and incidentally, you will get some XP for the breeding here, and there'll be some more down there. Okay, so now we have finished with our 2 stacks, so now we can go ahead and climb back down. And as you can see, we've got quite a few babies down here. So now this farm is ready for the next person who comes in and needs some beef and or leather, and we are all good. Alright guys, so feel free to use this farm, just be considerate, and everything is good. If you'd like to know exactly how this farm works, or if you want to build it yourself, just go visit my channel on YouTube, Dadzillasaur, and I do have a full tutorial on it. And also, I want to mention, yeah, I do realize I could put a trident killer mechanism on here, but on the farms that I design and build, I like to keep them as simple as possible. So if you've built lots of trident killers, what you could do is just have a trident killer turn on, and then you'll stand here and collect the XP instead of the lava. Of course, in that case, you won't be getting cooked beef, you'll be getting raw beef, but you could do that if you wanted to. At any rate, thanks so much, and I hope you guys get some good use out of the farm. Thanks.